Big man thing, yeah. It's not looking good, Bev. It's not looking good. Big man thing, yeah. It's not looking good, Bev. It's not looking good. Big man.
Right, ledges. Can everybody hear me? Is audio looking good? I can't get enough of that video, man. I can't get enough of it. It's about Castillo, isn't it? The stream's about Castillo. It's not looking good for Bears. It's not looking good. Right, ledges. So, how is everybody? Hope you all had a good week. Full U-turn. What can we say? So let's get the disclaimer out the way with. We'll get stuck straight in. If you've missed the moves, not to worry. We'll map out some plans. Stay calm. Whichever direction. It's looking good. It's looking good. So welcome once again for Bitcoin for Ledges live weekly stream. Before I start, I want to thank our partners and our sponsor for the show, Prime XBT. They're the ones that make you happy happen. So if you like the content we share, then give them a follow at PrimeXBT and use the link in the description. If you use the link in the description, it supports the streams and it tells them you guys want to continue. If you don't, well, they'll stop sponsoring. So it's up to you if you like it or not. No one's forcing you. But if you use it, you sign up using the link and then you type in the promo code TraderSZ. Then you make the deposit if you wish to use them. And then that tells them you guys are interested. So yeah, nothing in this video constitutes financial advice. We should always seek the help of financial professional before embarking with your capital. All for education purposes only. Okay? So yes, that's out the way with what's going on. So Bitcoin, if you remember, we had this chart before where we marked that this is the same levels, last high week, low week, okay? And all Bitcoin did was come down towards here. Now, it came to the halfway point of the original range, which I'll get up to in a minute. Yes. Like the video, please. Share it. Get it out there. So, we'll get to that part. But the bottom was, well, that weekly low there. So, we're still range bound within that. Now, there was two options, okay? I mean, if you look at the original range, okay, we were looking at, we had this. Okay, range high. And around here's range lows. Okay, so it deviated within it, and as soon as getting back up, that's it. That was the deviation there. You want to be getting out. Till then, this could have been support becomes resistance and carry on lower. So at that point, that's when I went with FUSD shorts instead, if you remember. I posted it live. I did say all the way down, but at the same time, you got to differentiate between our ship post and when I say clear target as well. But yes, so we did that. FUSD went really well. Did you follow my feed on that? Is this financial advice? No. This is all testnet advice. And long to short tool. This is education purposes only. Nothing here financial advice. Yes. So at this point you want to be taking your profits and then you're wondering, okay, does it continue or not? So with the confluence of these range levels, okay, once you got it back above there, that's it, all bets are off. Cut your shorts out. Okay? And then see what happens. And then push back up. My main thing was, remember when I said ES? I said if ES, where's my ES chart gone, blood? Where you gone? Where you are? 1 second. Where's my ES? There we go. I spoke about ES holding above here. I said if ES is holding above here, all bets are off. I mean, we can't be shorting Bitcoin when ES is still holding this. So it did the move down, ES did. I said, okay, was down here. This was separate. And then as soon as I get back above, that's it. That's when I had to switch. I said, I'm going to switch now. And that's it. The low was in. And I tried at the last portion of my Ethereum. But Ethereum went really well. I like the Ethereum idea. So here's the Ethereum short. If you guys remember. No, not this one. Fuck, I lost my chart for that. But you guys remember my ETH short. There we go. Here was the ETH short. So we had the short there. I even posted live on Twitter. Target. Now, if it was to break below Monday's low, I would have said, okay, probably we would have come towards these lows here. So this is still support. So remember when I said, you wait. If it gets back below here, we get towards there. If it holds, then that's resistance, becomes support, we go up. We came into here and then Bitcoin got the low, it held this, at this point I got trailed out. So we'll go into this more detail in a minute. Okay, so as soon as I got back up blue box, that's it. I was out on the remainder and I was flat. Okay, so what do we do now is the question. Let's start with the clean chart. First chart, I mean, what's this? What's going on here? Yeah, let's get rid of all this. First chart. What we're going to be looking at is, okay, let's go back and look at the monthly. For me, what I'm looking at is I believe that ES pushes up higher. Okay, I believe ES pushes up higher, and as long as we stay above this blue line here, I think we go towards the mid-range. Okay, so this is resistance along the way, but if we can clear this, I believe we go here. I still believe we're bear market rally, nothing's changed, but market can still, like the videos, over 1,000 of you here, let's get to like 500 likes, the YouTube algo goes going. When the time comes, we'll look to short, but for now, it looks like the path of least resistance for now is still to the upside. Okay, so just keep in mind, as long as we hold them both here, we'll be doing a more detailed one after this. I cover Bitcoin as to how I'll be looking at it for the deeper pullback scenarios. But for now, just remember that as long as we don't make a clean break below here, this is going to be bullish towards here, in my opinion. We'll see what happens. If it does below here, all bets are up for the long ideas. We're probably going to go lower. So, having said that, what do we do is the question. Trigger plans. So we go back to our chart and say, okay, what's going on? So let's mark out some monthly levels. So we can clearly see we got that previous all-time high level. We don't need to draw that out just yet. But what we are going to draw out are last month low. And then we're going to work with current month levels as well. So then we'll see which one's more effective. Last month's low, last month's high. I'm not saying it's going to go all the way up there, but you're just going to be wary of that. And we're going to mark out the mid-range of that. And the midpoint comes in at 24,763.5. Zone 24,763.5. 24,763.5. Do then grey. Okay, there. Now, I'm also throwing this monthly level as well. 25,302. Okay, just to mark out that that's a monthly level. We'll do that there just so you remember. Okay, so sort of an overlap around that region. So we don't have to go to the exact tick. So we're approaching that now. So the question is, does it go all the way back above? So if you, I mean, this is going to be big resistance in my opinion. But you can also use that as an opportunity to get on board as well. So if you were long, for whatever reason, you got to be wary that this is big resistance as well. Okay? Big resistance. So don't be getting excited here. Once that move was on, we can be wary. So for example, so what I mean by that is, if it does this, maybe some profit taking. But if it does that and reclaim, then you know what? I personally think we probably push towards here. I'm going to give my reasons as to why I think that is. And if it's going to happen, I want it to happen in one fat, big candle. Okay? But we'll be prepared for this. I'm going to mark a clear scenario for this. But till then, we do have some SR flip there as an objective, which comes in line with more or less the midpoint of this. We'll mark that out. So that midpoint comes in at 28,360. Let's just do that. Let's be consistent. 28,360.5. 28,360. 28,360.5. Let's do this. And oh, yeah, fuck it. Might as well go for the full 21,11. 21,166. Okay, done. There's our range levels drawn now. Okay, so what do we do is the question. We want the breakout pullback. Let's go with the easy peasy plans that are there for us. Okay, so the breakout plans, go for the breakout plans. They're always easy. Get them out the way with. So what we're going to do is, if it breaks a break above here, maybe expect some profit taking, and then watch it, see if it can hold. If it then holds after that, then that's going to be a trigger, invalidation, whatever the swing low is. Smack it towards, maybe get out here some. Okay, but we'll probably go towards there as first objective, and then take some off, stops that break even, then start gunning for these levels here. Okay, so that's what I'll be targeting. Why do I believe that? Why do I think it might go there? But you know what? Crypto being crypto, nothing surprises me. I'm not saying it is. There has to be a trigger plan for it to get there, in my opinion. The reason why I say that is, if we're looking, right, I mean, I've seen this pattern turn out a lot, and I've mentioned it before as well. I'm not saying it will, but I'm prepared for it. Oh, fucking shitty trend line. Fuck you, man. these clean highs here, okay? Everybody, I think if everybody's going to short, if we're going to resume higher, everybody's going to be looking at this level here to short, right? It makes more sense, in my opinion, don't know if you agree or not, to wipe out, to go even higher, okay? I would have loved it to if you've come towards here. Now, whether it gets there or not, I don't care. But what I'll be looking for is, over there, bust out these guys here, okay? And that will still remain in a bearish market, okay? And then drift lower, okay? That's what I'll be looking for. So I will be targeting towards it if you can clear. And then here, just in case I'm wrong, but I'm still going to target here. I'm still going to take some profit. Doesn't mean I'm not going to hold it just for that, okay? But I personally think we probably will whack out these highs here and probably doing one candle or really fast wipe out. And this is not something that's uncommon either. I mean, it's happened many times. I think I got caught off guard once as well. I can't remember, was it down here? I believe it was down here. Remember this one? Someone correct me, but was it on Binance, right? On Binance, I can't remember which week it was, but on Binance, was it this candle or this candle? It like literally went to like, I don't know, 47k or something. And one of the exchanges, Binance Futures, ripped all the way up, took out these fuckers here in one swipe. So I think this is, I mean, it makes sense. See something, I can't remember which when it was exactly, but yeah, it's not something uncommon. Okay, and then you can resume lower. And like I said, as long as the ES is holding up, I'm going to be looking for higher prices. Okay, so that is that plan there. That's more of the reasons why. Okay. Does anyone remember what date it was? I can't remember the date. It was one of those dates. Okay. Anyways, let's carry on now. So that's the breakout plan. Is everybody clear? And so this area here makes sense because that would be a natural SR retest region, wouldn't it? That's a wick. I think that's a decent region to target. Whether it goes through or not, probability-wise, I think that's if you can clear this. If you can clear the midpoint of last month, okay, then we'll be targeting there. Now, if it does something like the question, do you believe we would deviate back to? Yeah, I do think. I mean, listen, whether it does or not, I don't know. But I believe it does. I still believe we're in a bear market rally to prove otherwise. Okay, until things change, macro view, I still remain risk off overall. But short term, yes, we play the bounces short term. These bounces short term are decent moves, okay? So if it affects you by saying bear market, don't use the word bear market, just trade them. Remember, your job is to make money. Your job is not to be some macro economist, okay? You just trade what you see. There's a lot of times I don't want to short it or long it, but I got to accept market wants to go up, so I'm going to go with it, okay? So, anyways, that's that done. Now for the pullback scenario. So is everybody clear with the breakout? One thing you want to be wary of is in case of like if it does this and say ES gets to like the 4200 or the mid-range level I marked out, and then this does this, then be wary. I'll probably update on my Twitter and Telegram, but be wary. That could be a move back down within the range. Okay, be wary of that. But I'm not leaning towards that just yet. So that's the breakout plan to get on board, if not already on board. What about before that? Okay, are we pumping? Are we really pumping? The plan before that would be, okay, what are the levels to get on board in the middle of that? So if we look here, we've got a bit of a key pivot here, okay? So often what price does is, whenever we get a big move, so I'll show you an easy example of this is how I played the last time when we took longs. If you split the week up, where's the weekly open? I like to use the weekly open, Monday's ranges, etc, etc. The weekly open comes in around here, so we're gonna mark that out, and that's gonna be in green. So remember that weekly open. Do that there, green, weekly open, top, right there. Just remember that. Now we're gonna observe are they in price action. Now it is towards the end. You can see the weekly open is holding now, isn't it? So what we're looking for, there's two types. So what else do we have to work with here? We've got previous range highs, don't we? Okay. So what we're gonna be looking for is we got this consolidation here. This is the consolidation. That was key pivotal. So see if you look here, that there. Why is this important to me? We got this resistance, support region, support, consolidation. So scenario one is if it comes into here. I mean, if I was to blindly bid it, my validation would have to be below here. Okay. So I don't have a clear validation. So what I would do is I say, okay, if I want to do it small here, I'll do it small. But again, what if it comes back down? What if it wicks these levels? Or what if I want to increase the probability of my idea? So what I would do is I'd wait if it can come back down, and then reclaim. If it reclaims, say the line deviation. That's with the deviation. Hello CG 143 Timothy Carabo Grant Stevenson. And then that would say to me, my invalidation has shifted towards here now. Okay? Less risk. So if I already enter the position, small size, I can add the rest there, or that is my main entry, invalidation, then play back up. Does that make sense? Is everybody clear? You can easily pull towards those levels. Here's the thing, I don't know exactly where it's going to pull back, and I don't need to know. Okay, that's not important right now. What's important is, okay, how do I enter? Either a breakout trigger or a pullback trigger. Is everybody clear with that? Does that make sense? Obviously, if the market was to smash below this level here again, then I think this time around, and we'll see what ES is doing, okay? We'll see what ES is doing, but this is a clean breakdown. If it does this, and starts holding this time around, okay, most likely probably go towards here then. Just be prepared, because markets can change just like that, okay? I'm always open, be fluid, be dynamic. If market's gonna say no, fuck fighting it, go with it, and play towards the target 1, target 2. And that is it, okay? Now what I'm gonna do so is if it's a fast move up, I mean, unless they're gonna really do a blood clot move all the way back up in one go, but we can't do much about it unless you're already positioned. It is what it is. But I don't want to see some sort of pullback. Okay, I've got a 2 hour just to fit the chart in. It doesn't. There's no significance behind the 2 hour. I've just got it in just randomly. There's nothing significant about that. Okay, so that's what I'll be waiting for now. So yeah. What else is there? So I mean, trigger plans for what if a shallower pullback plays? So shallower pullback play trigger plans. So what we do in that instance is, remember this range here? So this is last week's range, right? We can use that for more day trades. So this is a separate trade strategy I use for scalping day trading, not the deep pullback. So I said I wanted to bid 21,500 to 22,000. That was the initial swing. So we had the small one, we pulled it up. That's a different strategy. And then the short-term trades are a different strategy. So now that that leg is done, I have closed most of the swing. It wasn't a big position. I scaled in, small. So it started to build up. I've started to take it off. Why do I take it off? Because I know I'm going to get on board at a clean break and close above the trend continuation strategy that I mentioned to you guys. Okay? I mean, how do you deal with stop points? I mean, I don't know. I mean, how are you trading? I mean, one man's stop point is another man's intraday range play. But yeah. So this is a separate strategy now. I'm going to go over. It's for more short term now. That was more of a more swingish, couple $1,000 move up type of trade. So I've closed most of my swing. What I'll be looking for is, now see this move that usually we get a bleed lower. What I mean by that is, I'll give the example of the previous long I called. So remember when he does this, and what he does is it sort of bleeds back into towards the range, and that's why I took the long. Remember when I said took long 21,000? You remember that? Look at that exit. Perfect exit there. Okay, so often does the deep pullbacks. Now, if it's a fast market, it won't give you the pullback you want. So this is what we prepare for. We can clearly see that this is a key resistance, at least intra-week. There. So if it doesn't give me that for the swing idea, yes, XO, one. Yeah, I did it earlier, fam. The market's moving and stuff. So what I'll do is I'll prepare for this. So what we got here, what do we have to work with? Are there any significant things? So Monday's high is the 25th. Yeah, no real significance here. The Monday's high is actually holding today's lows. So what if that is the case? Okay. So what I'll be doing is Lambo. Yes. We'll come towards here and we'll say, okay, if it doesn't give us the deeper pullback, I'll wait, let the market come, retest this, and then deviate back above. So see, previously we breaks above, it deviates and starts breaking down below here towards this level. But this time around, if it comes into here and then holds, well, that's trend continuation then. And that's the shallower pullback play for the level to level. And I'll play it towards here. And I'll cut it a clean break above here, below here. Quick exit. And if we do the quick exit, get ready for the swing idea I gave you guys. This, and then deviation, back above toward weekly up. Deviate weekly open, back above. And that's the swing idea. So there's two separate strategies. Don't get them confused. One is the short-term shallower pullback strategy. One is the more deeper pullback. Both have clear trigger plans. And both have clear risk profiles, invalidations, and targets. Is that clear? Now we wait which one he gives us. I'm good for I'm good at the moment. Crypto 101. I'm good. Anyways, for those that joined, let's go back to what the bulls are saying.
Yeah, it's not looking good, Bev. It's not looking good. Big man thing, yeah. It's not looking good, Bev.
So it's not looking good for bears.
It's not looking
good for bears. Let's carry on. So that's that done. Bitcoin more or less covered. So that's more or less it for Bitcoin. Is everybody clear with Bitcoin? Does that make sense? So yeah, look at the string trade. Let me just wonder, right? Let me see if I can get a midpoint for this. Confluence purposes. Nah, we're good. Yeah. So around here, I've started to exit. I've started to exit my initial one. So now I'm gonna wait for the pullback, or I play the breakout play. So the breakout play, what you want to do is I'm gonna show you like a fractal type of thing. The market's really strong. So yeah, no, just stick to what I've said. Okay. So now let's move on. I'm gonna do ES now again. So ES, we can sort of time the entries together. One of the reasons why I did take profit, I don't know. I don't trade those shit coins. I don't care if I missed them or not. They're just not my market. I just prefer trading BCH. Some people are really good at trading these shit coins, Ethereum Classic and stuff. I just don't have time to be looking at stuff like that. I focus on what I'm good at. I'm not good at that. I'll put my hands up. I'm not good at searching for those things. I don't know. Sorry, man. Don't trade them. I don't know if we're going to push up to range highs today. Another reason why I started to scale out is because we are approaching resistance. Now, even though I believe it's going to go there, this could still pull a move like this and then push up. You see what I mean? So once this gets into support, so now we'll be looking at one of the reasons why. But this is still resistance. Even if we are bullish, believe it's going to push higher, this is still resistance. Okay? Now that may be short term, but it's still resistance. Okay? Catch out the late longs. At the same time, we've got Bitcoin coming up into that resistance level as well. So both looking resistance, okay? So how do you play this? And again, how do we use this for confluence for playing Bitcoin? So what we've got here is, if you remember, this was the plan I marked out before, didn't I? So what we're going to be doing for ES is, this is my ES long trigger plan, and that hopefully should like give us some confluence for BTC trigger plans. Okay, look at this, too fast of a move. I may be wrong and he goes, so what? I'm following my plan. And if he goes, it goes. I'm not losing money now, am I? That's the key thing, don't lose money. So what I want to see is, we're going to stop thrusting here, obviously, late longers. Fast move up. So if you can, do this. And then reclaim. It's still holding above the key SR level, isn't it? Higher low. Trigger. Target within this range. Okay, and then this time around towards there, the blast off. So if this gives the trigger and Bitcoin goes to a deeper pullback, hopefully a fast nuke, then we've got both of these correlative pairs lining up and to build factors of confluence and increase the odds of the trade idea. However, if we do this, and Bitcoin starts to hold above, and this says, okay, you know what, I've broken above, I've pulled back down, I'm holding this as support, then that's your long towards there, isn't it? And then at the same time, what you got for Bitcoin? You've got your Bitcoin long trigger plan. Where you got? Yeah, look around. We got your Bitcoin trigger plan. 4 separate time frames towards there. Make sense? Clear? But the first target is going to be about. Let me just mark the targets out properly, because if you join late, they can take it out of context, aren't they? I hate it when people take it out of context. Got this fucking dickhead tweeting earlier. He's saying you just post hedge yourself with tweets. Well, if you knob, Firstly, go suck your mom. Secondly, go stand in the corner, face the wall. And thirdly, read my tweets properly before you embarrass yourself. So, 28360.5. All these fucking weird fucking hentai fucking anime motherfuckers, man. They moved out their mom's basement, right? Still get fucking breastfed. I don't understand it, man. I don't know, maybe something in the fucking breast milk or something. Having it at the age of 20. I don't know, man. Fuck knows, man. People into weird shit. Not me. It's not looking good, bruv. It's not looking good for these guys. Get it straight, man. It's not looking good. Let me get this level marked out, man. Fucking hell, man. Like, there's a time and place. They just sit there, yeah, so pissed off at themselves. Yo, fuck it. Let me start on somebody. But one looks stupid at the same time, but fuck it. The breast milk tastes sour. Not looking good. Anyways, let's carry on. So there's a bit of target there. So around there. So what we're going to do is the trend continuation for the big ES one. Okay, you're doing good. I know you do. I know you do get it. That's why you're still in a straight. What do you call it? One of those jackets we type. What are they called again, man? Restraint jackets. That's why you're still in one of those, man. That's why you're banned from kids' playgrounds. They don't let you into kids' playgrounds. You can't go within fucking 3 miles within a kid's school. You know what I mean? It's not right, man. This is not acceptable. You can't make it acceptable. Don't fight it. It's wrong. Stop going to kids' playgrounds. Anyways, so my point being is you get above here and hold. That's a long trigger. We'll couple with the ES, okay? Couple with the ES. Target. Okay? There. Clear? I know, man. I got some weirdos in here, man. I got some weirdos. But because, you know, the internet gives people platforms to, like, be their true sick selves behind the screen, they actually do it. You know, they want people to be known, like, you know, this is out there, man. Join the cause. As fucked up as it is. I know what I mean, man. I don't worry about the session, man. It's all good, man. So, yeah, that's that plan. So that couple with the ES plan, remember? With the ES I mentioned, this will be the trigger plan. So hopefully see if we can get it together. Now, you're not always going to get the trigger plan together. Remember that. There's 1,400 of you guys and you can't even give me like 500 likes. Fucking hell, man. Oof. Wrong with you guys, man. Come on, man. Okay, so that's that plan there. And that's Bitcoin done. Okay? And that's it. Okay? Roll keyboard where, of course, they are pussy holes. Okay, so let's carry on now to Ethereum now. So that's ES covered, Bitcoin covered. I may start doing more FX because Prime XBT, they offer FX as well. So we'll do a bit of FX as well. Yeah, let's have a look at dollar index and sterling and stuff like that, FX. Because you can trade FX there with the thing, but maybe for another stream, we might start doing that. Maybe one pair. I won't do too many, but it's every now and again I got yen pairs. I trade yen pairs a lot. So yeah. FUSD. So for FUSD, if you go to my Twitter, let's find it. Hang on. So just to set the context, let's set the context first for FUSD. We set the context. FUSD. Okay. It's important we set that context and then we can move forward. So what we got here is the first plan, okay, for FUSD. So there was the plan, naked chart, real time, trigger, target 1, target 2. Didn't quite get to target 3, but you know what? When I saw this hitting off the top of this consolidation, that was like a warning sign, okay? Now, I did say 1,005. You gotta read out fucking trolling at the same time. If I'm pointing target here, and then all of a sudden I'm saying 1,005, like fucking $400 lower, you gotta realize it's a troll. But below here, break and hold below, then I can say lower down. But till then, this is still key support, okay? So, how did price unfold? Well, if you go to the FUSD chart, well, I need a perfect, didn't it? I mean, nearly perfect. It came towards that consolidation, and that's where you had to exit it, okay? So I had to get out there. Now, if market had gone below, so if market was bearish, and this is a decision point, isn't it? I don't know what's going to happen, but all I do know is if market's going to go lower, this would have been the key SR flip, okay? Now, the context-wise, where Bitcoin, if Bitcoin was to go lower, then either I get on board and a clean break and hold below, then those clean lows are getting wiped out. This is where it's important to understand when I'm tweeting. If I already told you this is one range and this is one range, then you got to understand at the same time, in order to not look like a fool, then either take the time out to watch my content to come at me and take the piss. Otherwise, you look like a dickhead, bruv. And then I'm gonna have to start posting stuff like this. You know what I mean?
Looking good. Big man thing.
I'll have to post this
It's not looking good, bruv.
You know what I mean?
It's not looking good.
Anyways, let's carry on. So, next up. So, having said that, what do we do? Is the question going forward. Okay? So, we're going to have a clean chart out. I do have an FUSD chart, clean chart. This is an old chart I had. So, let's clean the motherfucker out. Let's clean everything out. Okay, start with the monthly. Now, we are on the brink of a possible deviation. Okay? Now, it's early days yet. It's early days. But if we can hold, this son of a bitch should start going towards here next. Okay? There towards here. Basic plan. Now, how do we do that is the question. Okay? Let's mark out our ranges. So what we're going to do is a monthly range. Okay? We're going to go to the monthly. So, okay, you know what? Just from this chart alone, it kind of looked decent, doesn't it? That we're going to probably look to retest previous month's high. Okay, for a run of the stops at least, and then we'll see what happens after that. I don't know, and I don't care. All I know is previous month's high for a stop run. Okay, so we got that there. We got this here. Okay, we split it up into the mid range. Let's start get things going. 1426.37, which is another reason why I exited it. 1426.37. Okay, 1426.37. And then we got 1154.99. So, and then we got 1697.76. Give me a second. Yeah, this bit of that. And we're set. Now, let's look at what's happening. So, as soon as we got the deviation, okay, so we know this is one half. That's the second half. Okay. So as soon as he did this, okay, my plans for going here are out the window. I have to say, no, it's not going to go. Cut it. Market says it doesn't want to go. It doesn't want to go. I'm not going to stick to that fucking stubbornness and say, well, no, I don't care. I'm still going to go for here. Shut the fuck up. Let's continue now. So, what we're going to do for this is the question. We'll be patient. You're not going to be chasing this. If it goes in one go, let it go in one go. So what? It's not your trade. What are you complaining for? So good, bruv. So what we're going to do is, we're going to mark out some SR levels. We're going to mark out some trigger plans. Now, there's some deeper trigger plans and there's some conservative trigger plans. I mean, I don't know. F looks kind of strong, man. I don't know. I don't think they'll come that low. But what I would say is, one of my deeper trigger plans would be, I mean, something like this. Now, I'm not like this, right? Now, what I would want to make people think, if we're going to later, I still think bigger picture we do go all the way down, okay? But it doesn't matter. Even if it doesn't, who cares? I'm not going to be trading it, am I? I can say to you, I believe it's going to go take out 2021 low. I still hold that belief, but from now until then, a lot of things may change, and I may say, you know what, I'm going to have to abandon that plan while I'm being taken longs all this time, and then while you've been sitting in your short, okay, because you thought it was bear market. Well, shut the fuck up, man. What's the problem? Don't trade. No, not you specifically, but I'm just saying in general, people think that. Like, they're looking at macro recession, then pull out a 1 minute chart. Why is it not going down? I don't get it. You can't say to me, you're going to sit there, pull out this chart, read a tweet saying the global recession, why is it going up? You know what I mean? Come the fuck on. It's just you gotta be. No, I'm moving next. I shouldn't even have to explain that. I mean, if I have to explain that, then you get another one that should be nothing left near the school. So, anyways, let's go. Let's move forward now. So, pullback plan. So, I'm gonna be very conservative with this. Okay, one is the Bitcoin one is a bit cleaner, but F seems to be doing his Giga Chat shit. Okay, so F is still strong. I don't know, bitch. I want that. Give me a pullback. Don't give me the pullbacks I want. It's also not giving me the triggers I want. But anyways, scenario one is some sort of pullback. So after we get a rally, so if we can, some pullback. Okay. Level to level. Target one. Keep in mind that this is still level to level, okay? And still going higher. So if it comes into here, gives me the trigger, my validation. Target one. If it starts to turn from here, I'll cut it. Knowing full well that now this time the retracement has been done. Okay, now get back on board. And this time round, say the line, deviation. Long, target 1, target 2. And then we'll chill. And then I'll go back to ship posting. I'll take it from there. Is everybody clear with that plan? Okay. Only a beta man says stuff like that. So there we go. There we go. Let's hide some. Let's just start kicking people out for no reason. Come on. So who's next? Let's start kicking people out. Yes, because so does a figure define 30k? Yes, Bitcoin can still go to 30k and can still be macro bearish. Yes, absolutely. What's wrong with that? I mean, if you look at the, I've been macro bearish since 60k plus. Okay, this can easily do this, and that will still be bearish. You can still do that. Or, at what point do I think the low is in? Is when market tells me the low is in. So we get this. I would have to say above here, really, about 40k. Clean break above 40k, then I'd say, you know what, fuck it. Who cares about that? I don't care. It's not how I trade. I'm just taking it level to level. Might just kick everybody out. Whoever trying before he's kicked them out for no reason. Well, even if you don't like the name, kick them out. If they spell something wrong, kick them out. If they breathe too hard, kick them out. Just kick them out. I look for excuses to kick people out for no reason. Okay, so let's continue now. That's FUSD. So see, that's the pullback scenario. Okay. Send you on Bitcoin. I'll send your mom on Bitcoin. Okay, I'll tell you. Okay, that's done. Okay, that's more or less it, really. Are there any questions on this? Are there any questions? Oh, no, I'm not near the Lambo right now. I'll do another stream when I go back to my main place. I'll take the laptop there and you can hear. I'll rev the pista. Okay, let's go. That's about it, really. Nothing much to say. Again, bearish scenario would be, well, I'll have to see price unfold. Just follow my Twitter feed, or the Telegram is in my pinned tweet on my Twitter. Only that Telegram is the legit one. You've got like hundreds of fucking imposters messaging you guys. Some of you are joining and getting scammed by him, and I can't explain him. Maybe that's natural selection. Maybe you need to be scammed by an imposter to realize your place in this world. A mug. A single digit IQ mug. Maybe that's your purpose. There has to be. I mean, the balance of life has to be. There's to be mugs. There's to be scammers, and there's to be that. And this is how the world goes round. So it's okay. It's nothing wrong with you. You're just part of the food cycle, food chain. Okay, gap on F futures. I don't really look at that. You're gonna have to work a lot harder staying because that's funny. That it's a Rory breaker. Yes. That's it. What else do you want to look at? I mean, just keep it to these markets here. Someone say dollar index. Yes, let's have a look. Let's look at the more macro stuff, like rather like a basket or something. Dixie's a good. That's a good idea. That dollar index. You know, I have found it hard to trade FX, to be honest. It's not been easy. I personally think FX bounces a bit. I mean, FX majors against the dollar. So, I mean, this is a big resistance area. I mean, even if it's not, I think it's overdue a pullback. Okay, I think that pullback will contribute towards a Bitcoin rally as well. And then once this bottom, you can do euro dollar. I'll bring David Ballin for that. Hang on a second. Hang on. Give me a second. I may have to bring it in sooner rather than later. Wait, let me bring that in up. Give me a second. Euro dollar. Euro dollar is not here. So if we're gonna look at the euro dollars, okay, it is pushing up. Yep. It's a big resistance here, so we'll see if there's a big resistance here. If we start getting back above here, say the line deviation. You know what? Get ready, man. Bitcoin's gonna go on a mad one. I don't see it. Maybe some spike up. I mean, it could happen. I mean, me saying I don't see it doesn't make no sense. It could happen. What the fuck am I on? But I don't see it. But just keep an eye on this. Okay? Keep an eye on this level here. And if this comes into here, Bitcoin starts turning. Okay, can I send you on Bitcoin? No, but I can block you and remove you from the channel though. No problem. Free of charge. There you go. So, we'll see where Bitcoin is at that time. you might want to start scaling out. Okay, you might want to start scaling out. But if there's a deviation, then remember you can always get back in. Is the question? Is the thing? Okay. And then maybe, who knows? Who knows? Okay, we'll deal with that then. Now let's go back to Dixie. I think we could pull back. I genuinely think we could pull back. I'm gonna get my other chart out for Dixie. The rain levels chart. And this obviously is, I mean, it does impact crypto to an extent. Okay, you gotta look at the whole global market, what's going on. And I personally think we're gonna get something like this. I think we around here next, around the 105, 104.95 areas. But really and truly, if I look at it from this point of view, and ES is gonna go up. I mean, the dollar index is causing problems. Strong dollar is gonna be causing too much of a problem. Okay, this is gonna start dragging everything down if this continues going up. So it makes sense, at least for relief. And even if it is gonna go up, there is gonna be a relief. You think people aren't gonna make profits? Of course they fucking are. I would eye here, and then as long as that's happening, that's kind of positive for crypto as well. That would be positive for crypto. I'd eye around here. I forget that. Let's go more conservative. Let's see if we can break down. I oh, words now. Around this region there, so let's get rid of that for a second. Yeah, around there. So I mean, if it starts breaking down now, around here, this is not a trade. This is just saying if you can start breaking down, maybe one more spike. Who knows? But I don't know. They could leave that in around here, and possibly around there, and then we'll see what happens. So there's still room. My point is looking at like ES got further up to go, Euro dollar got further up to go, Bitcoin. It's just giving more room for Bitcoin to go up. That's my main reason for doing it. Does that make sense? Giving it more reason. Yep. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, use the link. If you like these streams, then you can show support by using the link in the description from XBT1. Then code trader1SZ before you make a deposit. And that'll show support to the channel. Take care. Bye-bye.